What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. If you're new to your channel, thanks a lot for taking the time to check out my video. Somebody on Instagram yesterday messaged me and said, hey, how about you make one video and you put together all the little modifications I've done to the H2, so that way if anybody comes to the channel that's never seen the video and clicks on this video, they can kind of see all the things you've done instead of hunting for all the videos, because it's only 100 videos, 102 videos so far that I posted. This might be 103 videos, but anyways, the idea of today's video is to kind of give you a quick rundown on all the little modifications that I've done to the H2. There's a lot more to come. I just haven't got around to getting them done and making a video about it. So without further ado, let's get on to today's video. Now, in case you haven't been watching for a while and you're kind of new to this channel, one of the first things that I changed on the H2 when I started posting videos on YouTube was to replace the aftermarket head unit that was installed on the H2. There was nothing wrong with that. It just didn't have a screen on it, and it kind of had a few functions that wasn't working properly, including the Bluetooth, and even the FM radio on that unit wasn't hooked up right, and the radio signal was kind of like coming and going. So what I did to kind of give it a nice look on the H2 and keep it as stock as possible, I went ahead and I got a hold of a GM stock navigation touchscreen unit. If you want to see kind of what that unit looks like, you're probably going to see little snippets of this unit. This is not necessarily an upgrade, but if you want to keep the look of the H2 as stock as possible and you want to give it a nice touch and get out of that stock radio that you have with knobs on and no screen at all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the description of this video, I'm going to put the part number, the couple of part numbers actually, that you can look for if you want to get rid of that stock radio. Keep the look of the H2 stock and give it a little bit of an upgrade. One thing to remember when it comes to this head unit, this is from 2006. My H2 is 2004. Yes, you can make that happen. You can put a newer unit on an older H2. It requires you to unlock the unit, or maybe if you got your head unit from eBay, it might have already came unlocked. I made a couple of videos talking about the process of how to get your unit from another H2 installed on your older 03 and 04 H2. By now you're probably going to see a link somewhere on the top to that video. If you want to go and check it out, it'll kind of teach you a little bit of the process and what goes into getting this unit installed. Again, this might not be as nice as getting a newer aftermarket head unit, which might be a Pioneer, Kenwood, or whatever your preferred brand might be. This does not have Apple CarPlay, or it doesn't have like a USB port for you to go ahead and plug your phone and play all your music. But again, if you want to keep the look of the H2 stock, then this is a good option. You probably know by now that the H2 does not come with a onboard tire pressure monitoring system. We're not as lucky as the H1 owners. So because of that, I went ahead and purchased from Amazon a tire pressure monitoring system. It's all wireless. You're gonna see a link on the description of the video. Go ahead, check it out. There are other options in Amazon, and no, they're not just for the H2. You can actually use them on other older vehicles that don't have what the new vehicles have, that's all in dash. The one that I have so far, it's been working. You're probably going to see a little B-roll of that, what the unit looks like. You got two ways of powering the unit. You can put a USB cable to the unit from your charger. It also has a solar panel on top. So far, it's been working for me. I don't believe it's 100% accurate, but it gives me a better idea than just having a little light come up on the dash, and by the time you see that light, it's probably too late. So go ahead, check out the description of the video, and you see a link to get this unit from Amazon. There are other units available for older trucks. I'm just sharing with you guys the one that I installed on the H2 that's been working so far. Now, one of the other things that we all want to put on the H2 or Jeeps, if you also own a Jeep, or if you own a Jeep and you got curious and you checked out my video, we all know that we want to put some kind of light bar on our trucks. The one light bar that I have got on top of the H2, that again, you're gonna see probably a little bit of B-roll of what that light looks like. That light is from Amazon also. Again, check the description of the video, and you're gonna see links for all the items that I'm describing on this video. That light has been on the truck for probably 2 years. That was probably one of the first, actually might have been the first video I posted on the channel related to the H2. The light has been working with no problems at all. At the time of purchase about 2 years ago of that light was only about probably $50 or $55 with free shipping if you have Amazon Prime. But I think if you check the link right now on the description, I don't think they have free shipping anymore, but it's compared to all the lights, it's really cheap. If you prefer to spend $400 or $500 on a light bar, hey, that's fine too. I'm not bashing on you guys. I have got expensive light bars, and honestly, this $50-something light bar has been working for me with no problems at all. The brand of the light bar is called Nightlight, I believe it's pronounced, but I've seen the same exact light bar with other brand name on it for about the same price. I believe that these are the same manufacturer. They just distribute the lights with different names on it. But again, I'm going to post a link right here up sometime right now in the video and down in the description to order the light from Amazon, and also to the couple of videos where I show what that light looks like. It's daylight now, as you can see. It doesn't make much sense to turn it on right now, but it'll give you an idea if you check out the other videos that I made, see how much light output the light bar provides. Now, other than the new headlights, if you've seen some of my videos, I also put in the front grille a couple of round LED lights. Those are also Amazon lights. So far they've been working with no problem. Again, it's one of those things where I, for the most part, all the people that message me on Instagram, where they watch my video and send me emails, they have said, hey, I got the same lights. They've been working with no problems. I think I've only got 2 people that ordered the lights and they got unlucky and those lights didn't perform well. Remember, I'm only giving you, oh, what that? I think that was a Datsun. Way too fast. I'm only giving you guys an input on the items that I ordered. If they come out good, hey, good, but can they go wrong? Yes, they can. Just like every other item. I have watched other people's videos. I ordered the item, and when it gets to me, it's damaged or it doesn't work, as they describe it on their videos. So go ahead, check out the description of this video if you want to go ahead and order those off-road lights, as well as all the other lights that I mentioned on today's video. Now, I almost forgot to mention, as you can see, I'm inside of the house. I forgot to mention about the interior lighting on the H2. By now, you probably already noticed that the interior lighting on the H2 is a little outdated. It has those amber look-alike lights. You can go ahead and do a big upgrade when it comes to interior lighting and go ahead and install LED bulbs, which I'm going to provide a link on the description of this video to get those bulbs replaced. And I also added a wireless charger. Again, our trucks are not new enough to come with a wireless charger. You can see a little bit of a B-roll right now showing what I installed in that wireless charger. You feel free to go ahead and look on the top right now. click on the little flag or link that's gonna come up, and it's gonna show you where I got the wireless charger from. It's like $10, and also how I went ahead and installed it. Now to finish up today's video, I want to show you one of the little easy modifications that I did to the H2. And you probably see a lot of H2s out on the street with these done. I went ahead and kind of plastic dip over the front grille that you all know it's chromed. The chrome on the front grille was kind of chipped in a little bit. Remember, this is an 04 vehicle. It's been on the road for a long time. What I did is I went ahead and took off the front grille. I believe there's a video that I'm going to provide a link to the description of that video, so you can check out how to take out the front grille and everything. And the outcome, so you can see right now, it's pretty nice. It gives kind of like an aggressive look to the H2 and kind of does like a chrome delete. I also went ahead and plastic dipped the wheels. Again, there's going to be a link on top right now with the video that I made when I went ahead and plastic dipped the wheels. And there's going to be a link in the description. I also went ahead and took off the logo right there. Went ahead and kind of did a chrome delete as well as the side mirrors. There's going to be a link on the description of the video for the cans that I use for these right here. If you're lazy like I am, you probably want to go ahead and order the cans from Amazon, and you shut up at your door and you'll take care of the project at home instead of having to go to the store and fiddle with ordering stuff. All right, so there you have it. I hope the video was helpful to you guys. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.